Here we are again, the wonderful summer social at SDMediaPros with Ryan Norr from Voice and Video. Tell us about Voice and Video.
Voice and Video, we are a sales and accessories company. We also do repair. We focus on, we don't sell cameras per se, we can order cameras, but it's mainly tripods, lights, grip gear, anything accessories like bags, monopods, anything you can think of for production, but also for corporate settings, projectors, screens, televisions, just about anything audio-video related. We can order it, we stock it. We have a showroom right here in Kearny Mesa, and we keep quite a bit of the common, practical, popular items right in stock, right in our store.
Okay, so you have a sales department, and you also have a rental department.
Correct. It's Ken Gimmel. It's separate owner, but it's same building, same roof. He rents all the gear, has similar types of stuff for production and also for events and meetings. Anything that you would need, from a podium to a microphone to a wireless kit, or just an easel and a simple, something real basic.
And also, SD Audio Video is a duplication facility. Tell us about that as well.
Correct. That's also our other business that we own, my family business, San Diego Audio Video, in the same building in Kearny Mesa. And we do post-production, editing, encoding, transfers, everything from your personal projects to corporate to we can shoot and produce. We have a green screen studio. We have a recording studio, do a lot of voiceovers. But we still do the mom and pop stuff too. If you need a VHS transfer or a Beta SP copy of something or a Betamax or 8mm film, we can do it all. And
I remember a really nice audio studio. Is that still up?
Yeah, we still have 2 studios in the building. One, our main one, is still up. You know, we rent it hourly or daily, whatever. We use it ourselves for a lot of audio mixing and mastering. And the room is such a good audio room that we also often shoot in there too.
Okay, great. Anything else you want to add?
No, just excited to be here, and nice beer, nice location. It's really close to my office. It's been great getting to know you guys, so I'm loving it.
The next meeting next month, September 25th, Ryan is hosting the post-production meeting. We're doing it's not a shootout. We're gonna do a subtlety between editing and the software that you're working on. But we want to emphasize to some degree the talent of editing and how the software system influences what you do.
Yeah.
Because it does. All the systems that are there, Final Cut 7, Final Cut 10, Premiere Pro, Avid, and even After Effects are all valid systems. You can do different things. You can do the same thing, but really what we want to flesh out is how the tool set of each one of those systems influences your final product. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, and everybody uses something different these days, and so it's really flexible to be able to, you know, use Final Cut, use Premiere. People want to know too what are the differences. So I'm excited to see what we have.
I'm starting to see people say Final 7 or Premiere, and so it's like that seems to be the writing on the wall, and people are getting projects in Premiere, so they have to go that way to make it happen. So next month, come to the meeting, 25th, the usual Wednesday, and we'll see you there. So sign off.
Signing off. Thank you. Ryan Norr with San Diego Audio Video and Voice and Video Sales.
There you go. Ciao. And we're back again with Kevin Dixon.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Kevin. You know, Kevin and I go way back. Oh, my God.
Yeah, we'll go back about 20 years.
I was going to say, exactly. You know, I was so happy to see you walk into a meeting, well, about a year ago now. That was great.
Yeah, it was good. You know, I've been around this organization now probably for about 15 years or so myself. And it's a really worthwhile organization, and I really enjoy being with it.
Well, you know, we work every day. All of us work every day, and we're in the trenches. We're editing, we're shooting. What's your day like? And tell us about the position you hold.
Well, the position I hold is with the Navy. I work with the Navy Region Southwest Public Affairs Office. And we do a whole lot of different things there. One of the major things that we do is we interface with the media here in town and get the news story about the Navy out to the general public.
Okay, so you're almost like a news service.
Well, like a news, I guess the closest thing that you could liken us to is a public relations firm.
Right, so do you follow the news and follow the stories to help? You must have stories that you have to push out all the time. So you're trying to inform the public.
Right, we're trying to inform the public on the things that the Navy does. I mean, we have things where our hands are in the environmental area of here. Our region, the command I work for, is across the 6-state region here in the Southwest. So we have environmental concerns, we have encroachment concerns as it concerns our bases and things like that, and then just keeping our troops informed about what their Navy is doing for them, as well as keeping the public informed of what the Navy does for them.
So keeping your suits, is that what you said?
I said our troops.
Troops, okay. So so one of your first lines of an audience are the men and women that are in the Navy.
Right. We look at our audience in two ways: it's internal and external. So external would be all of the public that are out in the city, out in the state, country, and then internal is all of our military folks.
Okay. All right. How did you land in the Navy? Or were you in the Navy before, or how did you get into that position?
Well, I originally got associated with the military when I was in the military myself. I was in the Air Force, and I was an Air Force broadcaster. So my principal thing was I worked at a radio and television station, and my job was doing news reports, doing what we called E&G, electronic news gathering, sure, where we would go out and get stories out in the field and bring them back to be broadcast on the evening news. And so from there, as I got out of the military and continued working for the government as a civil servant, I've worked with other commands such as the Navy Top Gun School when it was here in San Diego before it moved to Nevada. And then since I wanted to stay here in San Diego, I started working for the Navy Installations Command, which is where I am right now.
San Diego, not a bad place to be, eh?
Great place to be.
Where are you from originally?
I am originally from North Carolina, a little town called High Point, North Carolina.
Yeah. All right, family still back there? Or?
Yes, the majority of my family is still back there. The only family that I have out here is my daughter and my wife. And I have a cousin, I can say that, who's up in the Oakland area.
There you go. Okay. Well, there you go. See, we're people in the trenches doing the work every day, and we like SDMediaPros, eh?
Hey, we love SDMediaPros.
Okay, cheers. Tom Kinnaman and
Reagan Matthews.
Reagan Matthews. Reagan is she called herself a treasurer, but really she's the CFO.
CFO.
What does that stand for?
Chief Financial Officer.
Centrally fancy. No, we'll just stop right there.
I was trying to think of something too, and I could not think of something.
Tell
I'm not quick-witted like you.
Okay. Reagan's a producer, and that's all I know, because that's why we're talking right now, so we get to know our members a little bit better. Tell us about yourself.
Well, we're so busy, Tom, that we never get to talk about work.
I know, that's horrible, isn't it?
Isn't that the truth? I know, it is. Okay, so I am a video content producer at a company called Digital Outpost. I've been there for 5.5 years. But I got my starts in a small little town called Howell, Michigan.
Michigan, so you're a transplant. How long have you been in San Diego?
I've been in San Diego since '06. So how many years is that? 7? I haven't even had a year.
A while.
7? Yeah. No, I don't even know. But
good.
Yeah, so then I moved to LA from Michigan. And I started working in a studio there, and I mean, it's just, I took off from there. I started as an office manager at a company on the lot, and yeah, worked my way. I always knew I wanted to be a producer, director, writer, and went from there. I've had several jobs, worked on several things, and here I am.
Tell us about Digital Outpost and what you do there.
Well, I'm an in-house producer. I guess when you're a producer, you kind of wear a lot of hats. Typically, if there's a job that needs directing, I'll direct. If there's a job that needs writing, I'll write. If there's a job that needs a project manager or coordinator, I'll do that too. Sometimes editing too. So.
It is San Diego. We do everything here.
You do everything in San Diego.
Yeah. So, family?
Well, let's see here. I'll give you one guess.
It's got a beautiful little girl. So, you know, so she's here for a while in San Diego. Works at Digital Outpost. Tell us about the capabilities of Digital Outpost.
Sure. We're a full-service production facility. We have about 12,500 square feet of space, all workable turnkey space. And we work a lot with federal and state clients, mostly actually. So yeah, we do everything from writing, pre-production, post-production, you name it. I mean, really, if you're talking about production, full service.
Okay. Talk about Suds a little bit. You worked on that. That's kind of one of our local, fun, excellent
movies. A documentary. So I was fortunate enough to work on a beer movie in the up-and-coming beer industry that is San Diego. Yeah. This was 3 years ago. I associate produced and assistant edited, put together all the footage, hours and hours and hours. But the movie, Suds County, USA, tells the history of beer in San Diego. And it started pre-Prohibition to, as we know today, current times, it's booming. We're probably one of the, I don't even know the numbers now, but it's a long movie, but it really gets into the details of beer, way back when to now. It's pretty awesome.
Excellent. And that is a couple of our giveaways tonight on however we're going to manage that with everybody running around. Anything else to add?
If we're reaching out to people who aren't part of San Diego Media Pros, I would say this is a great opportunity to meet other people in our industry like ourselves. Yeah. And it's $80 a year. Why not? It's worth it.
Yeah. We're working professionals. If you're a working professional or if you're looking to become a working professional, I don't know what other environment you could find.
And why you can drink beer.
That's right. I did want to say that Reagan does, in fact, usually manage the summer socials because there is...
I like beer.
Beer involved, yes, okay.
Or some sort of beverages.
Yeah. It's social, okay? Social. Thanks. We'll be right back. We're back again with Mike Kurtz. And the beginning of this interview just basically interrupted our conversation. It is a summer social after all, and we're being very social.
Yeah, we are being social.
So, Michael, you've been doing this for a long time. You were talking about your philosophy and your business.
Well, I don't, back in the day, I think I always looked at the business as what I want to be. I'm a director. I do TV commercials. I shoot them on film.
I have my labels, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But really, we're communicators, and it's not so much about the role we want to play. It's what people are willing to pay us for. What do they perceive as the value in what we bring to the table? And it's exciting today because it's really all about communication. It's about storytelling. It's about a beginning and a middle and an end. And it's about cutting through and helping people communicate their message, which is a lot of fun.
You say beginning, middle, and end, and it's funny. I've always seen it like making a video is like pouring concrete.
Yeah.
Okay? It is. And people don't realize this. When they're putting it all together, I need to tell this, I need to train this, I need to do this, right? And you're getting through the process of developing the script. And what are the points? What do you want to communicate? All of these things. And it's like, I've started using that term. When we do this, it is like pouring concrete because it's going to be done.
And really, it's done. It can be tweaked a little bit. You know, you can adjust things.
Well, because it's nonlinear editing, it's non-destructive editing.
But you really still, the basic communication, the basic message, the objectives of the communication have to remain the same. They're not going to change. You know, you could change a word or a graphic or something, but it's still about what is it that they want to say and how do you communicate that effectively. Right. And I wrote a commercial today for a machine that kills golfers.
Golfers? You don't want to kill any golfers because you know, these guys, they're swinging, they're working on their backstroke. You don't want to be killing any golfers.
But not Caddyshack.
No.
No.
Maybe that would be good, actually.
Yeah, that's cliche.
Yeah.
But it's really what people are willing to pay us to do and how people perceive us in the marketplace and people perceive the value that we can bring. Because we're communicators first and foremost. We can think, oh, I'm an editor and I'm whatever, but no, it's still about communications. And I think young people getting started in our industry today have to realize it's about communications. Not exciting, not glamorous, but you got to try to see what people are trying to say and kind of cut to the chase and help them get their message across.
It's funny because I am an editor. I mean, I produce, I direct.
And we think of ourselves in that role.
Yeah, I produce, I direct. I write a little bit. I have kept my 30-year plus career going.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you know, hardcore editor, okay? And I'm happy with that because I set out to do that, and I wanted.
That's what you do.
I wanted to do that, but I learned how to be a better director. I learned to be a better producer. So when I am put in those roles,
you can do them.
I get the compliments from the guys. You're the nicest producer I've ever worked for.
Well, that's the other thing too is nobody hires a jerk the second time. People hire them once, but second time, third time, fourth time, no.
I think we're creative professionals.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we have something inside of us tells us we need to communicate.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, I think I'm obsessed with organization, and I'm obsessed with getting things exactly right, and I'm obsessed with clarifying things. And because of that, I can bring that skill or those obsessions to a bunch of different disciplines. Lighting or directing or talent or whatever, or editing. You just have to be obsessed with the details. And you have to be obsessed with helping people. That's really the bottom line.
That's very interesting that you say the helping. Yeah.
Well, helping others,
Yeah.
and I do volunteer work,
Yeah.
and I wish it paid better, but you get a tremendous sense of accomplishment.
We're volunteering right now, by the way.
Yeah.
This is a volunteer organization.
Yeah, and I'm also on the board of NATIS this year, and I volunteer and produce the Emmys this year with Craig. And it's really all about helping others. And if you put the focus off yourself and onto others, it's great. Then you're good to go.
Yeah, there's something desperately wrong with us because we like to help people.
Yeah, we do. But we have a goofy way of doing it, really goofy way of doing it.
Let's see. Message with a madness, rebel with a cause. Rebel with a cause. That's it. Rebel with a cause. That will maybe me rebel with a cause.
Being obsessed about your cause.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. More in just a little bit. Cheers.
Oh my God.
Onward and upward. I think we're going to interview everybody that's here tonight. How about that? Should we do that?
I think it's a really good idea.
Mr. Jeff Gelder. I called him Mr. President Emeritus.
Oh, sir works.
Sir?
Sir is fine. Teasing. He can call me Jeff.
It's okay. Jeff, tell us about your business and what you do on a day-to-day basis.
I'm a voice actor, and I have a business called Gelder Head Audio Productions. I do voiceover work.
So are you an ISDN guy, or do you have a studio of your own? How do you manage your voiceovers for your customers?
I have a studio in my home, so my commute is down the stairs, which I love. And I don't have ISDN. I do some phone patch work. And if I need an ISDN, I go usually out to another studio, but there's not that much of a call for it now.
Right. I know other people in our community because, you know, SDMediaPros, which is really Media Communications Association International, which is why we changed it for San Diego people because it was just like too much to say. Been around for almost 45 years.
It's amazing. It's been around a long time. I've been a member, I think, for about 7 years, and it's been terrific.
I got you beat by about triple, okay?
Yeah, good for you. Well,
Yeah.
where have you been?
You're ignoring me.
I'm teasing.
So things have changed. So the ISDN thing that I mentioned is really not a big deal anymore. So as a sole proprietor, how do you market yourself?
Mostly through the internet, actually through Facebook, social networking. I do have an agent that does a little bit of that. And fortunately, it's a lot of repeat business, a lot of clients that I've nursed over the years, and they come back, which is, I'm blessed for that. I feel grateful.
That's great. Now, Jeff is the president emeritus. How long did you serve as president?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, and I'm still here.
He actually came back for the social, which is not a bad thing. I mean, come on.
It's a party. Now I can have fun. I'm not working tonight.
You don't have to worry.
Fun.
That's not.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, yeah.
It's fun. You let your hair down a little bit. Oops.
Try.
Sorry,
let
I
it down
didn't.
during
I
5
didn't do
years.
that on purpose.
Over those 5 years, I had hair when I started.
Yeah.
Look up the pictures. I really did.
Okay. Good. Good. Now you're on other. You're an active person in your community because I know you're on other boards. What else do you do in terms of your charitable giving, if you will?
Well, I recently started my own charity, my own 501c3, which is called the Children's Holiday Magic Project. And it's a project I've done for 10 years, but finally decided to make it official. And I produce a CD every year for the kids at Children's Hospital that have to spend their holidays there. And it turned into a CD project where I gain actors donating songs and stories. I build a CD, and now we're going to 28 hospitals nationwide, plus Singapore and Europe and England, and doing that every December. So it's become a full-time.
Excellent. What fun. That's great. Now, who do you work with on that? There must be other people involved.
Well, I have a board of directors now, so there's 7 of us on the board of directors, and I still produce the CD, so that's my main part of it right now. And we're also learning. It's only our second year as a 501c3 operation, so we're still doing the fundraising and learning. We're putting together, in fact, a poker tournament coming up next month, which will be a first-time event. We're doing a CD release event in December for a fundraising event. And then I produce the CD. I just got the submissions in last week, so I'll be deciding which ones are the best for the CD and putting it together and getting it duplicated and set to go. Yeah.
Excellent. That's great. That's great. So membership is diverse. We are all volunteer, but you learn a lot and you get to know other people that are other professionals, and you get to hang out with Jeff.
Membership in SDMCAI or San Diego Media Pros is terrific. It really is, and I'm so proud of the new board who's taken it on and continuing the legacy and getting it even better than it was, which is exactly what I wanted, so it's awesome.
Well, everybody's trying to do their best. So join us, and we'll see you on the next one. And we're back again so quickly. I want to thank NewTek, Rusty, that's brought the system here that's allowing us to do these fun interviews. And with us are, oh, that's my name on the screen. I haven't had a chance to see that before because I've just been focusing on the interview. But these 2 women accosted me around the corner and said, "You have to interview me." So I don't know what to ask them other than it's California Teleprompter.
That's right. Hi, I'm Maya. And I'm Diana. And we are California Teleprompter. We're missing Miss D. Abercrombie. But anyway, excuse me, the teleprompters, there's a problem.
Is there a prompter? There is no prompter. You're going to have to speak on your own.
They forgot to call us.
There is no teleprompter. You're going to have to speak on your own.
Darn.
So tell us about your business and what you do on a day-to-day basis.
Well, I've owned California Teleprompter for 20 plus years. Back when I was 5, started the company. Actually, I did acquire the company from Lori Wagner, who started it a long time ago. Anyway, and Diana Fowler is a stellar telepromptress.
Are you a prompteress?
Among many things, yes. I am a teleprompter technician.
Okay. So, is it you two together that run the business?
Well, actually, Maya is the owner of the business, and I am one of her A-list, I think, operators, and along with Dee Abercrombie here in San Diego area. And it's a great service. It's a great service to work for. We provide good teleprompting service support, and you should call us.
Okay, so teleprompting is not just for video production. Do you do live events as well?
Yes, we do a lot of live events here in San Diego. As you know, it's a very big place for conventions, and we have a lot of fun doing that.
Tell us about what a pain in the ass it is when the client sends you their script and it's just like ridiculously not working. Do you like rewrite it for them?
We would love to, and it really does depend on the client and the producers, and it just depends. I would say most of the time we have to kind of zip it and let the director and the writers take it over, but it's true.
What about you? I bet you sneak in there and change some lines, don't you?
No, I do not without producer permission. However, sometimes if a sentence is not working or there's some subject-verb agreement and the producer or the staff are open to a suggestion, like the sentence doesn't completely make sense, I might ask them gently if they really wanted to say it that way. However, I leave it up to the producer because it's not my position to
So the talent is rattling along and he says something totally inane and you're going, I knew that wasn't going to work. And then the producer comes over to you and says, could you fix that? And you say,
In what way, sir? What'd you say? In what way, sir?
in what way, sir? Not, I can totally rewrite your script.
Well, if they want writing services, I'm sure that we could arrange that. But on the spot, a little wordsmithing is okay, but rewriting an entire script, that is certainly not our area. Our area is to support.
Well, okay.
Oh.
So how do people get it?
I'll
How
tell my opinion on a script, but
to make this like pitch actually do anything? Tell us how people can get a hold of you.
well, you can Google California Teleprompter, San Diego Teleprompter, or you can call 858-945-2076. And we would be happy to provide teleprompter services for you. And just another plug about teleprompters. A lot of people think that we don't need a teleprompter, but it really does save you a lot of time. You can stay on track, and you don't have to mess with a lot of people not knowing their lines, such as myself right now. I need my teleprompter.
And it's a self-sufficient operation. I mean, we show up with the entire set of gear that we need, nothing more than power basically for a setup, and we provide all the gear and all of the support and do the job.
So that was our first shameless plug. I think there was a phone number. I'm sorry we didn't put that in the thing there, but we'll be back with more right after whatever.